guys, and welcome to my channel, Changing Phases Tarot. So happy to have you here with me today. Now today's reading will be a general intuitive monthly tarot reading focusing on the energy surrounding us during the month of March 2018. For this reading, I'll be using the Crystal Visions Tarot deck. Any clarifiers, if I need to use them, I will be using the Klimt Tarot. It's the pocket edition, right, of the Klimt Tarot. And the two oracle cards for this month, I will use the Soulful Woman oracle card and one additional one from the Power of Love deck by James von Praagh. Okay. As always, I'd just like to remind you that these readings are general in nature. The messages may or may not resonate with you. I would suggest that you check out, besides your sun sign video, also take a look at your moon sign and rising sign, because some months, one video might not resonate, but the others might, or, all three of them together will give you a more holistic view of what's going on during the month. And if you would like a truly personalized reading, the only way to get that is to order a private reading from me. If you're interested, you can take a look at my site, changingphasestarot.weebly.com. There you'll find pricing as well as the types of videos, the video readings that I offer. Or you could email me at changingphasestarot@gmail.com. Just a couple of quick announcements. This month of March, I'll be putting out 2 full moon spread readings. These are in addition to the regular readings that I usually put out during the month, because this month of March we have 2 full moons coming up. So the first one is on March 1st, and the second one of the month, the blue moon, will be on March 31st. So be looking out for those, and also be looking out for the drawing giveaway video I will be posting. So if you're interested, it explains what you need to do to get entered into the drawing. I usually do 1 free drawing at the full moon each month. This month there'll be 2. Last month we didn't have any because there weren't any full moons, and we had 2 in January. So watch that if you're interested. You could enter to win one. It's a 1-question reading, but I usually do just similar to what the monthly reading looks like. I do a 10-card Celtic cross spread, pull clarifiers. So if you're interested, take advantage of the giveaway. All right, I will stop for now, and we'll see each of you for your reading. Have a wonderful month. Hi, Capricorn. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're having a good month so far. I'm here to get into your March 2018 reading. As you can see, I've already shuffled off camera. I've already laid the spread here, so let me go ahead and lower my camera just a little bit. I apologize for getting these out a little late. I've been sick. My voice has been terrible. It still is, so I do apologize for that. But yeah, hopefully I can make it through the reading without having to pause and have coughing fit. So, okay, here we go. At the center of your reading, and I did pull some clarifiers. I'll get to those in 1 second. So at the center of your reading, you have the 5 of Cups, and it's crossed by the Page of Swords. Okay, in your foundation, you have Major Arcana number 2, the High Priestess. In the past position, you have the 10 of Cups. Crowning your reading, you have the 7 of Cups. In the future position, you have Major Arcana, the Fool. You in the reading appear as the 4 of Wands. In your environment, so the surrounding energy, you have the 3 of Wands. Your hopes and fears, the Knight of Pentacles. And the outbound energy for the month, as you head into the month of April, you have the 4 of Swords. And the overall energy for the month is Major Arcana, number 20, Judgment. Okay, so, and I did pull 2 additional oracle cards here that I'll get to after we go through the main reading. And so starting off with your the overall energy for the month. This is the card from the bottom of the deck. So the Judgment card. This is a powerful card to have. I was trying to see. You have 3 major arcanas. Okay, but all 3 of them are powerful, and I'm also, I'm picking up this sort of there's some type of karmic, whatever might be going on during the month. It seems like there's, karmic ties, or, possibly releasing some karmic ties. But the Justice card, I mean, it can speak of a major decision that you have to make, like a judgment call, so a significant decision. It can also speak of new beginnings, and we do have in the future position here for the near future the Fool, and so the Judgment card is all about moving forward, leaving the past behind, along with any guilt or regret, or if there was some type of karmic debt that was repaid, leaving all of that in the past, and beginning this new life. So, it's similar to the Death card in that, after the ending, or, through death comes new life, comes this new beginning. So it's a new start. It's a new, something new coming in for you. And you have that again. So we'll see how this plays in with the rest of the cards. Okay. At the center of your reading, the 5 of Cups, and it's crossed by the Page of Swords. Let me show you this 5 of Cups card first. I know I did, but just to call attention to a couple of things. So you can see here how the woman, she's staring, kind of mindlessly at these cups that have spilled out in the water, right? And she's paying so much attention to those cups that she doesn't even notice. You see those 2 fairies, and they're offering these 2 cups. She still has 2 cups in the upright position, right? But she doesn't even pay any attention to those. So many times with this 5 of Cups card, the Suit of Cups, or Cups energy, water energy, it has to do with our feelings, our emotions, our relationships. And many times this 5 of Cups, it appears when possibly, because, like in the case of the woman, she's not paying attention, right? She's just focusing on kind of the negative, right? On the cups that have spilled out that she can't get back. When you focus on the negative, you miss out on possible, new opportunities. And so it's, it is a card that it kind of speaks of negative thinking, feeling a sense of disappointment, possibly, feeling quite down-spirited about something. Maybe something didn't quite go the way that you were planning, but it's more of this negative thinking, only focusing on, what went wrong, or what didn't go maybe the way that you, had wanted. So it's kind of this pessimistic thinking instead of, focusing on what is still, what there is still here. And we still do have these 2 cups. So sometimes this card appears when, for example, like in a career reading, if there might be an opportunity where you're working that maybe, you've been so focused on one particular thing that you haven't even noticed, this opportunity that might, be quite good for you. So it's when this card shows up, it really asks you to, get rid of this negative thinking and try to focus more on, the positive, what is still there. And the card that's crossing, right, so what could help or hinder you is this Page of Swords. And Swords energy is cerebral energy, so it has to do with our thoughts. It has to do with our intellect, the way that we communicate with other people. And the Page of Swords, yes, it could be an actual person. When we have court cards appear in a reading, they can actually be people that we're dealing with during this time. And so, this could be a younger air sign individual? If so, then, it doesn't, male or female, it's not gender specific, but it would likely be a Libra or an Aquarius or a Gemini individual. And even though this person is quite young, we usually think of the pages as being, either your children or teenagers or somebody in their early 20s. Even though it's young energy, this page is very quick-witted, is very good at using his or her intellect, is very good at communicating. Somebody who's good at solving problems, So if there is something going on with this Five of Cups here, this, the page, and it doesn't have to be a person, right? The page could be just an event or a situation. Could be you taking on the energy of this Page of Swords, and if it is, then it's you really, being sort of poised, ready for action. Or, and let me show you now the clarifiers that I pulled on, this Five of Cups with the Page of Swords. We have actually a repeater card, which is the card that you have here in the crowning position. We have the Seven of Cups. This deck is a little bit difficult to see. It's the gilded Klimt deck, and the cards are very small, and because there's a lot of shiny gold on the cards, it's difficult to see. But this is the Seven of Cups, followed by, this is number 11 of the Major Arcana. So this is, in this particular deck, I think it's shown a little, or it's portrayed a little bit differently, I would say. But typically this would be the Justice card. In the Klimt deck, they put it as Strength. So I'll give you both meanings for this card. And then we have, in the outbound position, or the future position, we have the Eight of Wands. So beginning with the Seven of Cups, again, this is the same energy. I know I'm sort of jumping ahead here, but it's the same energy that you have crowning your reading. And the Seven of Cups has to do with, it's kind of scattered energy. It has to do with many choices, lots of opportunities, but, not really focusing on anyone in particular. And so it's, we say that it's scattered because it could be, like, for example, when you're looking for jobs, maybe you're on a job site, you're looking at all the different opportunities there. Maybe this is you putting your resume out for a lot of different jobs, but you haven't really sort of focused in on, which one would really be best for you. So you're kind of just throwing your resume out there, looking at all the options. Same thing with, sometimes this card appears in a relationship reading when, you're dating. You have a lot of options as far as maybe you're on a dating site, checking out all the different options you have. So we do run the risk with the Seven of Cups of, not really having any type of tangible result because we're not focusing on one particular thing. So we have that in the past position, right? This Seven of Cups card. In this deck, it's the Seven of Chalices, and it does have to do with, dreams, fantasy type of energy, similar to, the meaning in the traditional tarot. Now, the one that's different here, like I said, in this deck, they have number 11 as the Strength card, right? But usually number 11 is the Justice card. So, reading this as justice, there could be some type of karmic justice. We do have the Judgment card over here, right? There could be some type of, it could have to do with legal, right? Actually dealing with the court system. Could just be a decision, balanced, weighing up all the options before you make a decision. It has to do with clear thinking. If we take this card as what it would usually be, that's what it is. In this deck, though, it says that it's the Strength card, which has to do with usually, emotional strength to deal with something. And then followed by the Eight of Wands. This is news, right? Eight of Wands, we usually associate it with fast news coming in. So receiving text messages or emails or, fast news coming into you. So as those, looking at these 3 cards as clarifiers on this 5 of Cups crossed by the Page of Swords, for some of you, there could be, or you might be called to use, your intellect or communicate, or make a decision, a significant decision. There might be news coming in, and maybe this, with the Page of Swords, this can also be, acting on news or communicating, or so there could be some type of news coming in that's going to be related to this 5 of Cups card, and you making this decision on the 5 of Cups. But it's all about, the 8 is, it's fast paced, it's movement. Again, I'll come back and tie everything in, but moving on to the foundation, we have the High Priestess. This is a very powerful card. This is, it has to do with your intuition and you using your intuition to, possibly to figure out, how to handle a certain situation. High Priestess, excuse me, High Priestess, she sits really, between the physical realm and, the divine realm. So she is kind of the gatekeeper, and so she holds a great deal of knowledge. She holds, she's sort of this guardian of mysteries, right? And she guides us to listen, to start to trust in our own intuition, and to trust in those signs and synchronicities that come through, to trust in messages that we might get in our dreams, So for many of you, this month, your dreams will be quite significant. You trusting in your intuition will be quite significant, possibly to come up with whatever these answers are, right? In the past position, we have this 10 of Cups, which is a beautiful card. It's this, the happy home and family card. It's sort of the ultimate, the ultimate happiness card. It's the ultimate love and family card. And this does show up in the past. So for some of you, there could have been some very positive news, with regards to the family that you received in the recent past. So going back a couple of weeks, possibly into, last month. We see that the couple, they have a child. There could, for some of you, there could have been some type of news regarding, either the birth of a child or a pregnancy. It could be your own, could be somebody else, somebody close to you. But this sits in the past position. Now, crowning you, we do have this 7 of Cups, which is what I was saying, talking about it here is one of the clarifiers. So this is very scattered energy. So for some of you, you might be quite confused, kind of all over the place, not knowing, if this is to do with a job. Maybe you are looking to move, maybe you're looking at different job opportunities, but you're not quite sure. You're looking at one, you think it might work for you, but you're not quite sure about that. You look at another and that might work, but you're not that sure. So it's, it's this kind of scattered, and you're trying to figure out what the best thing is for you to do. And what's coming up in the, the recent or the near future, I should say, is the Fool card. So this is you, taking that leap of faith. So whatever it is that you're trying to make a decision on, right? And maybe there is this news that comes in that has to do with this decision. You are stepping off, right? You're just like the Fool, stepping off the cliff, taking that leap of faith, starting this new, whatever this new adventure is, this new phase, this new job, this new chapter in your life. But it's a significant chapter, right? The Fool, it's the first card in the Major Arcana, and it has to do with, really trusting in the universe, trusting that things will, work out, stepping off, taking that leap of faith, stepping off and trusting that the universe kind of has your back and is pushing you in the right direction. And then you have 2 cards, 2 Wands cards as you and then your surrounding energy. You have the 4 of Wands followed by the 3 of Wands. Well, the 4 of Wands it's another beautiful card that has to do with, happy home and family, right? We have the Ten of Cups, which is really about that, true emotional fulfillment and happiness. The Four of Wands, it has to do with your home. This could be for some of you. You could be focusing on a new home, moving to a new home, renovating your new home, just fixing things up around the home. For those of us here in the Northern Hemisphere, we're heading into nearly the spring season. So this could be some of you just, starting, getting a little head start on your spring cleaning, on, decluttering, getting rid of things you don't need around the home. The Four of Wands also has to do with celebrations, right? Milestones, celebrations of those milestones. And traditionally, we think of it as the marriage card. So for some of you, I mean, obviously this is not going to resonate for everybody. For some of you, this could be, getting married, moving in together, taking your relationship. So we're talking about a milestone, taking it to the next level. Again, it could be moving in with the person, definite, something to do with the home. And then you have this Three of Wands, which is kind of, I tie it to the Fool card, because usually the Three of Wands, it's sort of the waiting to see, what return on investment you're going to get from Two of Wands, which is the card that speaks of decision and choosing one path as opposed to another, which is why I said I kind of associated with this Fool, with you starting off on this new path and, starting off with this new project. So, what's going on around you is, you are there are lots of opportunities coming in around you. Again, going back to we did have the Five of Cups, so we have the three things kind of spilled out. Well, we have the Three of Wands over here. So this could be you, now with this new phase, kind of recovering those three cups, even though this is a different suit, but recovering in some way, and this is all about expansion, right? The Three of Wands is a very expansive energy. It's a card of kind of endless possibilities. This could be you partnering up with other people with regards to, a new project, a new job, possibly. But whatever it is, it's very positive, lots of opportunities. And what you have in your hopes and fears, it tells me that you're hoping for a new job. You're hoping for possibly this news over here and what you're trying to make a decision on. You're hoping for news of this new job. You're hoping for, news of some type of financial abundance or security coming in, because this Knight of Pentacles, Knights are the ones who come in and they really act on things, right? The Pages are the ones who bring in news, right? And we do have the Eight of Wands with news and this Page of Swords over here with news. So fast-paced news. The Knights are the ones who come in and act on it. And out of all the Knights, this Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving. He just plods along on his horse, right? He's the slow and steady, wins the race type of energy. But he always reaches his goal, and the Suit of Pentacles has to do with our finances, prosperity, our home, our family, education, our knowledge as well. And so this card, it can be news coming in of a new job. It can be, working towards some type of financial stability, some type of, some sort of manifesting, reaching your goals. But he's heading towards that. So that's what you are hoping for this. And obviously you are an earth sign, Capricorn. So this, it could be you just kind of focused on, whatever this new thing is, this new journey, this new opportunity, this new job. And you're just, eye on the prize and heading towards that. As you leave the month of March, heading out into April, you have the Four of Swords. Now, this is a kind of like a timeout card. The Four of Swords comes in usually when you need to rest, you need to sort of retreat, recharge. Again, it's more swords energy, so it has to do with, mental energy, cerebral energy. But usually it appears when, when you're feeling exhausted, there's a need for you to sort of rest, recharge your mind, recharge your body. It's a healing card, right? So maybe some things have been quite challenging in the past, and this is just you, needing to recharge before you set off on this new journey, possibly this new beginning. Because this Four of Swords, sometimes it can be kind of like a delay, just because you have to rest and recuperate first. But there is this new beginning coming in with the Judgment card as the overall energy, and the Fool card here. There's definitely new beginnings, you setting off on a new path, but possibly, there is this need for some type of rest, recuperation, recharge, renew before you begin on this new phase, right? It's coming. I definitely see that here for many of you. Now, the two cards that we have is the Oracle cards. Acceptance, and it says you are ready to release control of situations or people and lovingly embrace the rhythm of life. Again, that's from the Power of Love deck by James Van Praagh. And from the Soulful Woman deck, we have card number 38, listening to my body. My health is my life, the temple of my experience, and the greatest of my blessings. Let me read you for the Oracle cards. I like to read the full meaning of the card. So we have acceptance. Let me just find it. Okay, here we go. It says, throughout your sojourn on earth, you will be presented with many obstacles and lessons that will test you. One of the most beautiful parts of life is its unpredictability. Nothing is permanent. Everything is constantly moving and evolving, especially you. In your life, you can progress faster spiritually by being open to the ebb and flow of events and the twists and turns that your soul companions, the fellow humans on your journey, provide. Now is the time to become aware of this gift and acknowledge that these moments are not stumbling blocks, but merely opportunities to grow. Although circumstances may seem difficult and worrisome, if you look at the bigger picture and live for the present moment, you can easily follow the natural course of life. Don't let the mindset of acceptance distract you from your ability to change the situations that hinder your soul's growth. You're always in charge. Interesting. And the other card is number 38. Let me just find it. And this card says, I put my health and well-being first. My health is my health is my life, my body, the temple of my experience. By putting my health first, I put the quality of my experience first. I listen carefully to my body. Each day I nourish myself, making the best choices I can for my food, my sleep, my relationships, and my spirit. I'm on a healing journey that leads me to a deeper understanding of the incredible connections between my body, mind, and spirit. Slowly, I discover what works best for me. I learn what I need to do to experience positive health and well-being, to gradually heal from ailments or illness wherever possible, and to release poor habits or self-neglect. I love my wellness and take care of my energy. As I continue to heal myself, I am grateful for each new day. I am also grateful for the positive health of friends and family, and for knowing that true wellness is the greatest of blessings, the greatest of riches, the greatest of abundances. I think that these tie in actually quite nicely, especially this listening to my body and needing to take care of yourself and then recharge. And that was exactly what I was saying over here with this Four of Swords card. So, again, it does look like, it looks like a good month. It looks like definitely new things, new beginnings coming in for you, but there might be some type of need, for resting, taking care of yourself, but also tuning in, listening to your intuition as you make these decisions for this new beginning. Okay, so I do hope that messages have helped you. I appreciate you taking the time to watch my video. I look forward to reading for you again next month. And just know that I'm sending you all much peace, love, and light. A wonderful rest of March. Bye for now.